Luke. I just wanted to say thanks again for all your help today.
Oh, hey, Jennifer. Yeah, it was my pleasure, really. And thank you for all the sweet gifts. I know that my mom is going to just love them.
That's a relief to hear. I'm glad you think she'll like them. I was just so nervous because I was meeting your parents for the first time today. But I was so happy that your mom was so kind and sweet. She was just like how you described her to me.
I told you that I thought I did a pretty good job telling you about the kind of person she is.
You're right about that for sure. And she seemed very excited for our big news about the engagement as well.
Well, of course she would be excited. Why wouldn't she be? Besides, now that she knows just what an amazing woman I'm going to be marrying, there is no way that she would have said anything negative to you. I mean, you're cute, smart, kind. You really are the whole package.
Are you sure about that? I know you think all those things about me, and I'm so grateful that you do. But are you sure that I didn't come off as some kind of spoiled girl or something like that to your mom?
I seriously can't see my mom thinking of you in that way. Besides, you're just so sweet, and I'm sure that my mom came around to you basically right away. I'm just glad that you don't think it's weird how much I can talk about my mom sometimes.
I don't think it's weird at all. I mean, your mom really is as amazing as you've told me. So I was more than happy to get to meet her today and know that somebody like her is going to be my mother-in-law.
Ugh, that is a huge relief to hear you say that. And now that we've all met each other's parents, what do you think we should do next?
Well, I think that it's time to start getting ready for the wedding, right? I mean, I really want to do it next year if possible.
Of course we were going to do it next year. Were you still thinking of doing it in Hawaii?
Yes, it's always been my dream to get married there. I guess that means we'll have to start looking into hiring a bunch of staff for the day too, huh? And then we'll have to find a good cameraman there as well. Plus, I have to go and shop for my wedding dress too.
Haha, slow down there, Jen. I know there's a lot to do from now until next year, but we can get through it all together.
You're right, Luke, sorry. I guess I'm just excited this is finally happening. And yes, I am sure that we're going to be asking for help from each other quite a bit in the upcoming days.
Well, you just let me know if there's anything you want me to do. I want to try and make this wedding as perfect for you and me, but mostly you, as I can.
Oh, sweetie, how did I get so lucky to land a guy like you? Well, okay. If you really mean that, I guess I'll write up plans for my dream wedding and show them to you soon. Also, don't forget, we have that dinner between both our families coming up soon as well.
Oh, right. I guess I had better look for a good restaurant that we can hold that at.
Oh, you don't have to do that. I'll find a place for us to eat at. I mean, I just feel bad because I'm always asking you for money and help paying for things.
But you know that you don't need to worry about any of that, right?
I know, but it doesn't mean that it isn't on my mind from time to time. Can you please let me pick the restaurant where we're all going to eat?
Well, okay, if it's something you really want. Just remember about my mom's food allergies when you're picking out a place, okay?
Yeah, of course. I'll find a great place that works for everyone.
Oh, I really appreciate you doing all of this. But if it ever starts to become too much, just let me know, okay?
Don't worry, I will. But I've got some work to do now, so I'll talk to you later.
Sounds good, honey. Good luck with all that. You got this.
Hey, Luke. Are you there? I was just curious if you had finished the work for the day.
Hey, Mom. Yeah, I'm done for the day. I actually just got back home pretty much. What's up? Is there something you want to talk about?
Well, the thing is, I've wanted to talk to you about your wedding.
My wedding? What about it?
Son, I'm really very sorry. But I just won't be able to participate in it.
Hold on a second. What are you saying? Why won't you be able to be there, Mom?
I just don't think that I'm going to be able to go all the way to Hawaii.
Oh, really? What's wrong with Hawaii? Would you rather we did the wedding in a different location or closer to home?
No, it isn't anything to do with Hawaii itself. It's more the long flight.
Hold on a second, Mom. Are you scared of flying? I thought that you had to go on plenty of planes when you were going on all those business trips.
I did, yes, but I didn't like. I always felt so uncomfortable, and the shaking always made me feel sick. I just don't think I'm cut out to fly all the way down there.
But you were so excited about the idea when I first told you about it. I don't understand what could have changed for you.
I was looking forward to it. Or rather, I was looking forward to the wedding. But I just don't think that my body can take going on flights that long anymore. I guess that I've just gotten more fragile and scared with age. I hope that you can understand.
I guess so. I just didn't know that it was this bad for you.
I'm afraid so. But please, I don't want you to change any of your plans just for my sake. Besides, I know that Jennifer really wanted to do it in Hawaii.
But Mom, I mean, you've been my only family ever since Dad passed away all those years ago. I wanted you to be standing right next to me the whole time. I mean, you raised me all by yourself. I can't have you not be at my wedding. But I'm obviously not going to force you on a plane if you think it's going to be too much.
I'm so sorry about all of this, Luke. But I really do think that I'm not going to be okay on a flight that long.
And this really only has to do with your fear of flying that you've suddenly acquired and nothing else? You are sure that there is nothing else going on that is making you not want to be there?
Of course not, son. Why would you even ask me something like that?
Well, you remember when we had that dinner with Jennifer's family? I guess I've just kind of noticed that you've changed ever since then.
You think so? But nothing bad even happened at the dinner. I thought it went quite well. I guess maybe I did feel a little out of place, though, if I'm being honest.
Really? You did? Oh, Mom. I'm sorry to hear that. What made you feel that way?
Well, both Jennifer and her parents just seem like very beautiful and put together people, and it just reminded me of the toll the years have taken on me. And I don't have any money either. The only nice handbag I have was a gift from you. I really hope that you're not upset with me over this, though.
Mom, what are you talking about? You're beautiful too. And who cares about handbags or brands or any of that stuff? Jennifer's parents didn't say anything rude to you that I just didn't notice, did they? I'm sorry if I missed something, but I agree with you. I thought that things went well.
No. They were both very nice and didn't do anything to upset me, I promise. I think maybe I'm just becoming a doddering old woman.
Mom, this isn't like you. You're never this down on yourself.
Well, maybe when you got to my age, you might understand a bit better where I'm coming from.
Well, I would really appreciate it if you changed your mind about this, but I'm not going to force you to go if you don't want to ride the plane. I mean, I could talk to Jennifer about changing the location of the wedding too. It still isn't too late.
No, Luke, please don't do that. I think that you should stick with this plan. You've already put so much effort into it. Besides, you know how badly Jennifer wants this wedding to go according to plan. I just know that she wouldn't be happy about this.
But you're going to be her mother-in-law. I'm sure that she would be more than understanding about all of this.
Please, Luke, I am seriously asking you not to worry so much about me. Just focus on getting the rest of your wedding plans in order, okay?
Mom, are you sure everything is okay? I still just feel like you're acting weird.
I think I have to go now. I just wanted to let you know that I wasn't going to be able to go to your wedding is all. And just know that nothing you say is going to change my mind about this.
Hey, Luke. Would you mind if I came over today?
Hey, Jen. Yeah, of course you can come over. Also, hun, I just wanted to ask one more time. You do really want to get married in Hawaii, right?
Of course I do. You know that it's always been a dream of mine ever since I was little. Why would you ask something like that? Don't tell me there's a problem with our wedding budget or something.
No, it's nothing like that. It's just, well, something kind of came up that is really bugging me.
Oh, really? Well, why don't you tell me about it? What's on your mind?
Well, you told me that you thought my mom was acting a little coldly towards you, right?
A little, if I'm being honest. After we had the dinner with our parents, I sent her a message thanking her for coming and talking to my folks, but she just read it and never responded.
Oh, but I thought I told you that my mom just forgot to press send on her response. and then thought it was too late when she realized her mistake. I think that was just a bit of a misunderstanding.
What do you mean?
Look, I'll cut to the chase. My mom told me that she wasn't going to go to our wedding.
She isn't? Is it because she doesn't like me? Did I do something wrong?
I don't know what she's thinking, but I think the reason she gave me was just an excuse. I don't understand why she's doing this, but I think something bigger is happening here.
Well, thank you so much for talking to me about this. Did your mom say anything as to why she didn't want to come? She didn't say anything about me, did she? Like that she hates me or something?
No, she didn't say anything like that at all. She just said that she was afraid of flying and the flight time was too long.
Oh, really? I didn't know that she had a fear of flying.
Well, I didn't know that she did either. This is the first time that I'm hearing about this. I mean, back when she was working more, she would travel all the time for business trips where she had to fly to get to her destination. So I just don't know what could have changed to make her scared to do so now.
Well, you said that you thought she was giving you an excuse, right? Maybe she wasn't being totally upfront with you.
You really think that she might have been hiding her real feelings from me?
I'm sorry, Luke. I can't pretend like it's not true anymore. I know that your mom doesn't like me at all.
Jennifer, why do you keep saying that? I'm sure that isn't right.
I really didn't want to talk about this, so I've kept quiet about it this whole time, but your mom told me behind your back that she didn't think I was good enough to be your wife.
You're kidding me. Did my mom really say something like that to you?
It's true, Luke. She told me that I was stealing away her precious son and said so many other awful things to me. I'm so sorry that I never said anything until now.
No, Jennifer. I'm so sorry that my mom said those things. I really had no idea that any of this was going on between you two. I just can't believe that she would say something like that, though. Did she say all this via text?
No, it was over a phone call, so I don't have any way to prove it. That's why I didn't bother saying anything at all. I just wanted to try and get your mom to like me is all. I just thought that we could be a happy family together. I thought that if I was patient and kept at it, that we were all gonna get along eventually.
Well, I just want you to know that you didn't do anything wrong, okay? And if what you're saying is really true, then I think I might have to just stop talking to my mom.
You mean that you're going to cut her off completely over something like this?
Jen, you're going to be my wife. If my mom is saying all of this awful stuff to you, but doesn't have the guts to tell me to my face, well then, it's not even a question. I'm going to cut her out of my life.
But Luke, your mom is the only family you have. Are you really sure about this? I don't know how I'd feel being the reason you stopped talking to your mom.
I understand what you're saying, Jen, but I want to marry you. And if I'm your husband and I'm not standing up for you, then what am I even doing here? Besides, you've already been so patient about all of this for my sake. It's time to return the favor.
Luke, I don't know what to say. Thank you so much. I'm so happy that we're getting married.
Me too, Jen. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have to have a little chat with my mom.
You mean you're gonna go do that right now?
Well, I was actually going to excuse myself and think of what I could possibly say to her. But I probably am going to go to her house tomorrow and talk about this in person.
Do you want me to go with you, Luke? You don't have to do this alone, you know.
No, you don't have to come. I don't want to make things any worse or more awkward for you than they already are.
Well, okay then. But please let me know once you've talked things over with her. I want to hear how it goes and make sure that you're all right.
Of course. And thanks for opening up to me about this. I'm sure it wasn't easy for you.
It's okay, Luke. Just please don't be too harsh on your mom. I know that she was just acting the way she was because of how deeply she cares for you. You're a great person, and people would do anything to make sure you're a part of their lives.
Jen, thank you. No one has ever said that to me before.
I'm just telling you how I feel, and how I'm sure your mom feels with everything going on.
Thanks again, for everything. I just can't believe that this is happening so close to our wedding. I'm sorry for all the drama.
You don't have to apologize for anything at all. I'll be just fine, I promise. Hello there, Beatrice. I heard that Luke is going to be paying a little visit today. He's going to talk to you about all the horrible bullying that you've been doing to me. I'll send you all the details so you're caught up.
Why are you doing this to me? I didn't even do anything to you.
I thought I already explained this to you. I'm doing it because you're a drab old lady who's poor.
But I already told Luke that I wasn't going to be at the wedding. Isn't that enough for you?
Well, you did such a good job with the wedding that I have just one little favor to ask you.
Please, I'm just trying to keep my son happy. You have no idea how much you mean to him and how happy you make him.
I know exactly the effect I have on your son, thank you very much. Why do you think I'm getting him to marry me? But once Luke and I are married, I'm not going to want you hanging around any more than you need to. There's just no place for an old lady like you with my family. That's why Luke is going over to tell you to stay out of his life forever. Oh, don't worry though. After you and your son are no longer talking, I promise to make him the happiest man in the world.
You have got some nerve. How dare you talk to my mom like that?
Your mom? What are you talking about? Oh, don't tell me that you're already going senile. I'm talking about you, you crazy old bat.
It's me, Jen. It's Luke.
Wait, what? No, that can't be right. You're lying to me. Luke is still busy at work.
I took the afternoon off so that I could go over and talk to my mom.
You're kidding me. Are you serious?
I am deadly serious. Now, what was it you were saying to my mom just now?
Me? What do you mean? I didn't say anything at all.
So you didn't just call my mom a crazy old bat. Or a poor old woman.
Hold on just a second. There has to be some kind of mistake here. This has got to be a prank of some sort, right?
You almost fooled me, Jen. I'll admit. But now I finally understand why my mom was acting the way that she was.
No, Luke, you don't understand. Your mom told me to send her these kinds of messages. I'm not doing this because I want to.
Oh, give me a break. You're going to have to come up with a better lie than that.
What do you mean? Why don't you believe me?
Because I just witnessed the truth for myself.
Please, this is just one big misunderstanding. I swear, this is all a mistake.
The only mistake here is you trying to pin all of this on my mom.
But I had to tell you something. Otherwise, my whole plan would have fallen apart.
My mom was never the problem there. It was always you. I couldn't understand it. I couldn't understand why my mom was so unlike her usual self. But then, when I got here and we sat down to talk, she started to get messages from you. My mom wasn't the one bullying you. It was the other way around.
Please, you have to listen to me. I really was being bullied by your mom. I was just standing up for myself right now, I swear.
You still expect me to believe that it was my mom that was starting all the fights with you?
I never wanted anything but to be friends with your mom. You know that. I'm telling the truth.
I've already asked my mom about that, and she's told me all about the kinds of awful things you've said to her.
So you're really gonna listen to your mom over your fiance? Just yesterday, you were talking about how much you wanted to protect me from her. Was that all just a lie then?
I wanted to protect you when I thought it was you that needed protection. But now I see that it's actually the other way around. So now I'm going to protect my mom like I should have been this whole time.
But you can't just decide that I'm the only bad guy here from a couple texts, right?
Well then, why don't you show me some of the evidence that you have that shows my mom was doing what you said she was?
I told you that there isn't any evidence because she would only bully me over the phone.
You might not have been recording those calls, but my mom was.
You have got to be kidding me. She was?
That's right. I still haven't listened to them, but my mom said that they are just full of you hurling abuse at her. Although, just what you've sent her in these texts is enough to make me see the truth.
Luke, come on. You know that I love you. I would never do anything to hurt you.
But you did, Jen. You went behind my back to hurt my mom, and then lied about it to me.
No, you don't understand. Please, can't we talk about this after the wedding?
Do you think that the wedding is still happening? Maybe it hasn't clicked for you yet, but you and I are over.
I'm so sorry about all of this. Please, you have to forgive me.
I am not the one that you should be saying sorry to right now, Jen.
Well, then tell your mom that I tell her I'm so sorry for everything. And that I promise to stop saying mean things to her too. Just please don't break up with me. I'm already posting all about how I'm going to be getting married and all my friends are super jealous of me.
Do you think I give a damn about any of that? You put my mom through so much and even made me believe that she was bullying you. I trusted you, and you abused that trust to turn me against my only family.
Oh, please don't leave me, Luke. We can talk this out. We can still get married. I still love you.
If you really loved me, then you wouldn't be saying all of these horrible things to my mom.
But she isn't rich or fashionable or cool or anything. She just doesn't fit in the life I see us having together. I mean, you graduated from a nice school at the top of your class and work in a huge industry right now. You're basically a rising star in the business world, and meanwhile, your mom is just a cleaning lady.
And what does that have to do with anything? How can your vision of our future not include my mom? I'm sure your parents are still in that vision, right? Besides, the only reason that I was able to go to school and focus on only my studies was all thanks to the support that I got from my mom. My mom's hard work put me through school, and I respect her greatly for that.
I really am sorry about this. I never wanted things to happen this way.
Jen, I think that we should at least take a little break. I have a lot of thinking to do, and I'll reach out to you when I'm ready. Don't call me until then, got it?
You have to forgive me for this. I am so sorry.
But now that I am probably never going to forgive you for this, you thought my mom was pathetic? The only pathetic person here is you, Jen. I see now that all you care about is appearances and money, and you don't care who you hurt in pursuit of your lifestyle. I really could never see myself marrying someone like you. After that, I asked my mom to show me the recordings of her calls with Jennifer, and I finally understood the extent of her cruelty. It was clear that Jennifer never had any intention of ever trying to be friends with my mom, and it was also obvious that her abuse worsened after the dinner between our two families. My mom also explained that she only said she wasn't going to our wedding because Jennifer threatened to make things much worse for her if she showed up. Although we know now that she was lying and was always looking for a way to push my mother out of the picture. Once I knew the full story, I knew there was no way we were ever going to be able to move past this. I called Jennifer's parents and explained to them how awful she had been to my mom, before telling them that I would never be marrying their daughter. Jennifer was distraught, but her parents were very understanding. After that, I blocked Jen on all social media accounts and deleted her number from my phone. I apologized to my mom over and over again for ever doubting her. But unsurprisingly, she was very understanding and sympathetic to what I was saying. I can't believe I ever doubted the kindness that I know lies in my mom's heart. I used the money we saved from canceling the wedding plans to go on a trip with my mom instead. Some people may make fun of me for being a bit of a mama's boy, but I won't let people try and break up my family ever again.
Hey Lois, a package just came for your mom. I'll send her a thank you message, but make sure you send one too, okay?
I'm gonna give that one a miss. Let me guess. Carrots? Potatoes? I wish she sent something we actually need every now and then.
Come on, don't be like that, you big grouch. Besides, we do need vegetables. Surely you notice them in the meals I cook you. We wouldn't eat nearly as many if not for your mom's packages. What does your mom like? I know she's a big fan of cream cakes, but is there anything else? I want to give her a little something back. Our way of showing we're grateful, you know?
You don't have to bother doing that.
But how is it fair if we do nothing but take all the time? I feel guilty.
The only reason she sends enough vegetables to feed a small African village is because she always has so much left over. There are a lot of farmers in her village, and they're always giving her stuff. There's no way she could eat them all on her own, so we get her leftovers, that's all. She doesn't do it out of the goodness of her heart.
Does it really matter why she does it if we benefit as a result? I'm always really happy when her packages arrive.
You are? I wish I could say the same. Honestly, it feels like she's waging some kind of harassment campaign against us.
Huh? What makes you think that?
I get that you'd be pleased if she was saying things that were rare or valuable in some way. But we could get vegetables at the supermarket. They're hardly expensive.
I mean, I guess so, but still.
Not only that, but she keeps on sending us those homemade pickled onions of hers.
Yeah, I love them. I'm grateful for those too. Surely they're not part of this harassment campaign.
God, you just don't get it, Sadie. Think about it. It's obvious she's only doing this because she thinks you're not feeding me properly.
Wait, what? That's why?
Oh, come on, think about it. She knows you're a stay-at-home housewife. Why would she send homemade food that she thought the things you were cooking were up to standard?
Well, surely there could be all sorts of reasons. Some people just like making things for others. I don't know how to pickle onions myself. I mean, I'm sure it can't be that hard. I just never done it before. What's the harm in her sending them? I think it's nice. They're novel, you know? Your mom clearly knows what she's doing because they're delicious. I really appreciate the gesture. I don't think it's unusual for her to send them at all.
You know, Sadie, some would say you've got a positive outlook on life. Honestly, I think it's just naivety. I don't think I've ever met someone with their glass as half full as yours. You even interpret my mom's nastiness as goodwill.
I really don't think it's nastiness, Louis. If anything, I think you're the one who seems bitter lately. You always seemed just as pleased as I did about her gifts until last year. What changed?
You could say I grew wise to the word when I started hearing all these stories about mother-in-laws schooling their husbands' wives in the news and from people I know. It's an epidemic. I started seeing things my mom was doing in a different light. Now it's hard to entertain the idea that there's no malice behind any of it.
I don't know about an epidemic, but I guess you do hear stories about mother-in-laws from hell sometimes. It's only normal that there'd be friction though, right? It's like you go from not really knowing each other to suddenly being family and having to figure out some way to make things work overnight.
Are there problems between you and my mom?
Nope, none at all. I know we've been married a year and it's not like we live with her. But no, we're fine. Really. My thank you messages are basically the only interaction we have. I guess you could say the one thing that could potentially become a problem is that we interact so little that we barely know each other.
You know Dave from work? He told me the other day about his mom started bullying his wife the moment the two of them got married.
Yeah, you do hear about that kind of thing sometimes. But your mom really doesn't strike me as the kind of person to bully anyone. Least of all, me. Like I said, I know I don't know her that well, but she seems super kind and thoughtful.
I guess I'm pleased you think that. I'm just not so sure that's the whole picture is all. Anyway, this should go without saying. But nothing I say about my mom leaves his child, okay? You can't ever mention any of this to her.
Of course, sweetie. It means a lot that you're worried about me. But I don't think you have any reason to be. Besides, I'm not the type of person to worry about things that aren't even happening. Haven't we got enough on our plate with the things that are?
You've got a great mindset, babe. Maybe I should take a leaf out of your book.
I appreciate the compliment. Oh yeah, what time will you be home from work today?
Sorry, babe. I think it's going to be a late one. Last train, I'm guessing.
I see. That's a shame. I was gonna make us nice hearty stew with all these fresh vegetables your mom sent. I guess I could still leave yours in the microwave. But will you be eating at work?
Yeah, that's the plan. Feel free to make some stew for yourself though, babe. I'll join you some other time.
Some other time. Right. Louis, You've been coming home late an awfully lot recently. It seems like most days, actually. Will you be around on Saturday at least?
Sure. I'll make sure I'm home Saturday.
Great, please do, sweetie. I'd love it if we could spend a little time together every now and then. I kind of feel like I'm living on my own sometimes lately. Good luck at work. Catch you later.
Sadie, you there? I'm real sorry, babe. Something came up at the office. I'm going to be home late again.
Really? Again? You promised you'd be home early today.
Dave the doofus made the blunder of a lifetime, and now the whole office is on mandatory overtime to clean up the mess. We've got to rewrite about 2,000 documents. If they're not done by 6 a.m. tomorrow morning, my boss's head's going to be on the chopping block, and by extension, mine too. Not only that, but 3 of the team are on vacation, and one's on maternity leave right now, so things are a damn sight tighter than they should be.
Wow. I see. That sounds like quite the situation. Okay, I guess it can't be helped.
Oh, by the way, I got a message from my mom. I thought you should know what she said.
Oh yeah? What did she say?
Actually, I'm not sure if I should tell you this.
Cut it out, Louis. You can't not tell me now. What did she say?
Well, she asked me if things are going well between me and you.
Oh, is that all? Isn't that a normal thing for a mother-in-law to ask? You had me worried for a sec there.
Then she started asking about kids. She asked if the reason we hadn't conceived yet was because you had something wrong with you. She wouldn't stop pestering me about how you might be infertile and whether it might be best if we booked in for IVF treatment. She was so persistent. It felt like an interrogation.
Well, what? She said those things? I never had her down as the interfering type. Is it really her place to put pressure on you like that? I guess she must really want grandkids, huh?
Isn't it a normal thing for any parent to want? Gah, no, you're right. There are such things as boundaries, and she overstepped them by asking me all that crap. Being probed like that was the last thing I needed with how things have been at work lately. I kinda lost my temper and told her to mind her own business. We haven't spoken since. I think it rubbed me up the wrong way after that mother-in-law from hell conversation we had lately. I couldn't help but wonder, is this how it starts?
I don't mind her asking about kids at all. But you're right. She had no right to ask if there's something wrong with me. What a cruel and insensitive question. Who the hell does she think she is?
Right? That's why it's all red. It's like, was she trying to upset you? I was thinking, who the hell does she think she is?
I wouldn't dwell on it, sweetie. I'm sure she got the message when you got mad with her. Thank you for sticking up for me. She probably just got carried away and asked you without thinking. I'm sure she regrets it now. Besides, I still have a long way to go as a housewife. It's only normal she'd have concerns.
Don't talk silly, babe. You're the best wife a man could hope for. You're perfect just the way you are, and don't let my meddling mother make you think otherwise. Damn, you really are kind. To think you're not even mad with her.
It's not that I'm kind. I am sad to hear she said those things about me. But still, what can I do? Getting mad never solved anything. So there's nothing for it but to take it in my stride and carry on doing my thing.
You're right. Anyway, I'm still not ready to start thinking about kids yet. Sure, we're not newlyweds anymore, but I still think it'd be nice if we could enjoy our time together a little longer before we lose it all on a childcare.
Our time together? We haven't spent time together in months, Louis.
I know, babe. Things should calm down at work soon, though.
Really? You mean that?
Yep. One of the girls is coming back from maternity leave soon. Plus, the bigwigs finally realized we couldn't go on like this, and they're going on a big recruitment drive. It's been a long time coming, but I can finally see the light at the end of the tunnel.
I can't tell you how pleased I am to hear that, sweetie. Your mom might have a thing or two to say about us holding off on kids, but it's our lives we're talking about here, not hers. I think we should just focus on enjoying our time together. And if she does come at us with anything else, well, we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. What do you think? Of course, I'll carry on doing everything I can to win her approval. But we have to draw a line in the sand when it comes to major decisions like that.
I couldn't agree more, babe. That sounds great. Let's do it. I think she got the message why I got mad at her, so she should back off the time being at least. If she does say anything at you, I can only apologize in advance. Make sure you let me know if she does.
Don't worry, sweetie. I can assure you, I'll bitch and moan about her to you with all my might if she does.
Sounds good to me. Make sure you let me know straight away if she says anything. I'll put her right back in her place.
Hey, Lewis. Is now a good time? Sorry to message you while you're at work. It's just, I got a message from your mom.
My mom? What did it say? Not something horrible, I hope.
I can't deny it seemed a little horrible. She told me not to bother coming home for Christmas this year.
Wow, seriously? God damn it. Listen, babe, I didn't tell you this, but she told me she thinks I should rethink my relationship with you the other day.
What? Rethink your relationship with me? What's that supposed to mean? No way. Surely she doesn't want us to get a divorce.
Well, she didn't say it outright, but I think that was the implication. I'm sorry, Sadie. I should have told you this before, but she actually sends me crap like this every day.
Wow. It sounds like your mom really hates me. What did I do to deserve this? Did I do something to upset her?
No, don't even say things like that. You haven't done anything wrong. She's the aggressor here. To be honest, she's driving me crazy. She sends these stuff like this every day and shows those signs of stalking, and I'm not sure what to do. I can't exactly block her because she's my mom, but at the same time, I can't just let her keep saying all these hurtful things. It's taking a toll on me.
I'm the target here, Lewis. It feels a little worse on my end.
Yeah, of course. But I'm the one whose inbox gets bombarded with it every day.
Lewis, you don't agree with her, do you?
Of course I don't! I'm just not sure how to get her to back off without making things awkward between us.
If she hates me that much, why do I have to have anything to do with her at all? Maybe she'll back off if she understands I'm not willing to put up with it.
So what are you saying? That we should just cut her out of our lives? She's still my mom, Sadie.
I know that. Don't get the wrong idea. It's not like I'm saying I think you should break things off with her. Like you said, you're her son. But if she hates me, I don't see any reason I should engage with her. At least, not while she's like this.
All I wanted was for you two to get along.
You think I didn't? I've been working so hard to win her approval since we got married. This is the last thing I want. But what choice do I have? I gotta say, this has really taken me off guard. I thought she'd back off after you got mad with her when she tried to pull her crap last time. But if anything, she's getting worse. What's gotten into her? Did you tell her to make more of an effort to get along with me? Something seems so fishy about all this.
Huh? You think so? I guess you're right. It took me by surprise as well. I was sure she'd ease off after last time. It's been really messy with my head, and I've been finding it harder to focus at work.
I'm sorry to hear that, sweetie. It's only natural that it bothers you. I was super shocked myself. I know me and her have never really spoken much. But to find out she actively hates me was just... wow. But to tell you the truth, Lewis, I find the way you're acting over the whole... even stranger.
I'm sorry. I feel like I'm stuck in the middle here. I'm trying to keep things civil while at the same time not trying to rile either of you up by being too on the fence. I feel like no matter what I do, someone's going to hate me. But to tell you the truth, Sadie, I can't help but wonder certain things.
Certain things?
Like why you couldn't build a healthy relationship with my mom.
How many times do I have to tell you? I tried my best. The way she's acting makes literally no sense. What did I do to deserve this? Did I do something to upset her?
No, I really don't think you did.
Then why are you acting like it's my fault?
I'm not, I swear. My mom's the one in the wrong here. There's no doubt about that. I'm not going to make any apologies for the way she's acting. But I guess I can't deny that I'm a little disappointed at how easily you seem to be willing to give up on making things work with her. It's like when the going gets tough, you just walk away. She's still my mom.
Louis?
I won't be coming home tonight.
What? Why?
I need some time to clear my head. Sorry, babe, but I need some time to think. If my mom sends you any more messages, don't worry about replying. Just ignore them. I'll tell her to back off just in case. Maybe you're right. Maybe it's for the best if you stop having anything to do with her.
Why, hello, Sadie dear. It's Louis's mother, Esther.
Huh? Esther?
Yes, dear. I purchased a new phone recently. I'd appreciate it if you message me on this number from now on.
New number. Got it.
I'm sure you must have heard from Louis already. But hasn't this whole farce dragged on far too long?
What do you mean?
Your marriage to my son. I never liked you from the get-go. I knew you weren't right for my boy the moment I laid eyes on you.
Wow, really?
Yes, really. I tried to get you to take the hint indirectly, but it seems you're too much of a dullard for the subtle approach. That aloof, nonchalant attitude of yours makes me sick.
Huh.
Now, your attitude would be bad enough on its own, but I fear you've proven incapable of even basic things like cleaning the house and cooking my son's meals. If you ask me, you should make more of an effort to provide for his needs as a man of the house. That means taking cookery courses so he can eat like a king, and foot massages every morning the moment he wakes up. Your mother-in-law is talking to you here, Sadie. I've heard enough of these brain-dead 50 IQ responses. If you have anything between those ears of yours, you'll start responding coherently and afford me the respect I deserve this instant. God, I knew it. I was right about you. Divorce my son. That's an order. He's out of your league. You're nothing but a drain on his precious time and energy.
Your son? Who are you?
What a stupid question. I'm your mother-in-law, obviously. I wouldn't be saying these things if I wasn't.
My mother-in-law? What? No, really, who are you?
Sadie! If you don't stop making fun of me, I'll make sure it's the last thing you ever do. That's it! You had the chance to make things right, and you blew it, doofus! Ahem. Forgive me. Well, I meant to say that. You're making a grave mistake here, dear. My Louis is a good boy who does whatever I tell him to. I'll see to it that he divorces you if it's the last thing I do.
Fine. Divorce it is.
Huh?
Don't you even feel a little embarrassed about what you're doing?
What do you mean? I have nothing to be embarrassed about, dear.
You can drop the act now, dear. I know it's you, Louis. What the hell are you doing? Did you seriously go out of your way to buy a new phone to do this?
Have you lost your mind, young lady? I don't know what you mean. I am not Louis.
You know, you might have fooled me, but you see, Louis? I just so happen to be with your mom right now. That's right. The woman you're pretending to be is currently sat right next to me.
Huh?
We were just talking about mine and your future. I'll be coming home soon, so I need you to wait for me. We need to discuss the divorce.
Do not talk nonsense, young lady. I am not sat next to you right now. I'm sat comfortably in my armchair with a cup of coffee. I was knitting and watching the soap operas before this rather unpleasant discussion.
Me and my mom have been talking all about you. You tried to turn me and her against each other, didn't you?
Are you really with my mom right now?
Yippee! Did you finally stop impersonating her? I'll admit it, I'm surprised, Louis. I never thought you were this much of a moron. Can we drop the pathetic games now?
Answer my question.
I know everything. You've been trying to make me think your mom hates me for a while now. Me and Esther just had a long heart-to-heart. And it turns out you're doing the exact same thing to her behind my back. You told her I hated her, that I've been calling her every name under the sun, and that I never wanted to see her again for as long as I lived, that I thought she was ugly, etc., etc.
No, I never say any of those things to her.
I'd just like to remind you that she sat next to me as we speak and can see all of your messages. So how about you cut the crap and start telling the truth? You were intentionally trying to cause problems between me and your mom.
Why would I do something like that? Can you think of a single reason I have for trying to make you hate each other? That's just crazy talk, babe.
You're right. It sounds crazy. We didn't understand it either. It didn't make any sense at all, at least on the surface. But then we did some digging and found out you're cheating on me. You did all of this so I'd break up with you. And you wouldn't look like the bad guy.
I am not cheating on you.
I just told you, Louis. We did our research. I'm not pulling this out of thin air. If it's proof you want, we have plenty. Imagine my surprise when I found out your lover has no idea you're married.
Did you say something to Tegan?
What does that have to do with anything? Me and your mom are furious with you. You lied and tried to manipulate me into breaking up with you by causing problems between me and your mom. If your mom had extended an olive branch by calling me in an attempt to clear the air between us, we would have carried on, thinking we both hated each other, and you might have actually gotten your way.
My mom called you?
Yes, she did, a few weeks ago. Which means I already knew something fishy was going on by the last time you said she was bad-mouthing me. I went along with it because we were still gathering evidence back then, but I knew you were lying. So, go on, Louis. I'll give you one chance to explain yourself.
I just, please, babe, it's not what you think. I want you to know that I never meant to hurt you. In fact, it was precisely because I didn't want to hurt you that I did this. I mean, let's face it, you would have been destroyed if I told you I was in love with another woman. I thought if we had to divorce due to my mom, it wouldn't sting so much.
Seriously, Louis? You're still trying to divorce me? Whatever the reason, a divorce is a divorce. And I would have still been hurt. The only reason you did this was to protect your own reputation. You know what everyone would have thought of you if they knew you cheated on me. So you lied, cheated, and deceived to stop people finding out. Then, you could have remarried your lover without a hint of criticism. After all, it couldn't be helped if you were pressured into the divorce by your mom, right?
I'm so sorry, babe. I just couldn't bring myself to tell you. It's not like I hated you or anything. I just couldn't bring myself to tell you I've fallen for another woman. I didn't want to break your heart. I didn't want to see you hurt. I didn't want to see you cry. Is that so wrong of me?
Do you actually believe any of this crap? Because I can't believe what I'm reading. You didn't want to see me hurt, but you convinced me my mother-in-law hated my guts? How do you think that felt? You hurt me more than anyone ever did. As if hurting me wasn't enough, you did the same exact thing to your mom. Then you went as far as buying a new phone to trick me into thinking she wanted us to get a divorce with a torrent of hateful messages. I'll never forgive you for this.
You'll never forgive me? What does that mean, babe? You're not going to do anything drastic, are you?
No, I'm not gonna do anything drastic at all. I'm gonna make the only reasonable move there is in this situation. We're getting a divorce. I'll also be suing you for compensation and having a chat with your lover. She might not know you're married, but cheating is cheating.
Whoa, 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 whoa! Can we just slow down for a sec there? Divorce is going too far. Please, babe, just calm down. I admit I screwed up. I'm an idiot for what I did, and I'll never try and argue otherwise. But divorce? Really? Surely we can talk this through. Can we do that? Pretty please, with a cherry on top?
Why do I have to do anything you ask me? You cheated on me, Louis. What the hell did you expect? A thank you present and declarations of undying love? Oh yeah, your mom said she's disgusted with you and no longer considers you her son. She's breaking off all ties with you and you'll never see or hear from her again after today. We also gave your boss a call and told him you've been cheating on me all this time, citing dire circumstances at the office as your excuse to disappear for entire evenings.
You rang my boss? Why would you?
You met your lover through work, didn't you? She's one of your customers. A married employee having an affair with a customer? I'm sure you'll agree, it's not the best PR.
Oh man, I really screwed up, didn't I? I can't tell you how sorry I am, babe. I am filled with nothing but regret, shame, and disgust with myself. You deserve better. I'm so sorry. I admit it. I've been a lying scumbag, a treacherous lowlife, but I'll never betray you again, and I mean that. I'm sorry. Please, you have to undo this. Call my boss back and tell me it was all a prank, or a misunderstanding, or something.
What a surprise. As usual, all you care about is yourself. We're coming to the house now. Wait there. Your mom's about to give you the dressing down of a lifetime. Shortly after that, me and Louis's mom arrived at the house. The sight of her screaming at her wayward son with the rage of 1,000 sons, and him collapsing on the floor in floods of tears, is something I'll never forget. He said sorry about 1,000 times, but of course, it was too little too late. Esther then forced him to sign the divorce papers and pay me compensation. We didn't have to get any lawyers involved because he was so terrified of his mom that he gave me the money willingly. Louis's relationship with his lover fell apart when she found out he'd been lying to her about being married the whole time. To make his situation worse, his boss demoted him and filed for him to be immediately transferred away from HQ to a rural branch in the middle of nowhere after I told him what he'd been up to behind closed doors. I don't know what made him think he had a chance, but Louis kept showing up at the house, begging me to take him back. I guess having lost everything, he thought I was the last person he'd be able to rely on. Obviously, I called the police immediately and had him arrested for disturbing the peace. I can't exactly say the neighbors were pleased to hear the sounds of "Take me back, Sadie!" accompanied by frantic banging on the door at 2 a.m. in the morning. Naturally, I blocked him too. I was shocked at first when I found out about the affair and how he tried to make me and his mom hate each other. But now, I'm grateful I saw his true colors sooner rather than later. Who knows? Maybe if he wasn't such a moron, he would have actually gone away with it. The way I see it, I dodged a bullet. Esther's no longer my mother-in-law since the divorce, but we're still in regular contact, and I'm proud to call her my friend. It's kind of ironic given how things seemed between us back then. Just a few days ago, I received another package full of vegetables and a jar of her famous pickled onions. I wasn't very lucky when it came to my husband, but his mom's great. I guess it's just like they say, every cloud has a silver lining. To tell you the truth, I'm still not totally over what happened. But I'm not gonna let that stop me from moving forward and building a new life for myself. We all deserve happiness, and it's time I found my little slice.
Finally on my lunch break. What are you up to, Amy? Gonna get something to eat?
Hey, Jake. Just finished lunch, and now I'm doing some exercise. Nothing strenuous, though. You know how I used to do yoga? Thought I'd get back into it.
Oh yeah, yoga for weight maintenance, right? You're always into that. Didn't you do yoga when you were pregnant the first time too?
Yeah, it's the same thing as I was doing before. Obviously, I can't do anything too intense because I'm pregnant, but apparently there's nothing wrong with a little light exercise. I figured it'd be a good idea to roll out the yoga mat this time around, too.
It's not making much of a difference though, is it? Your belly has gotten huge lately. It wasn't like that before, right?
You know, they say that after your first pregnancy, your stomach muscles get stretched out, and it's a lot easier to get big around the middle. I don't think it's anything to worry about, though, since it doesn't affect the baby in any way.
Come on, Amy. Stretched out muscles is not the only problem here. You've been letting yourself go since Travis was born. Didn't you think that has something to do with how much weight you've gained recently?
Yeah, I guess so. But I don't think my daily routine has changed that much since Travis was born. Truth is, I probably get even more exercise than before because I'm always chasing him around.
Yeah, but you probably eat back whatever calories you burn playing with Travis. That's why you've gotten so fat.
I don't think I eat that much. But then again, sometimes when Travis can't finish his food, I'll eat whatever is left over. So yeah, I guess you could say I'm eating a little more than I usually do.
Oh my god, you're driving me crazy! What happened to you? You were never like that before. You know I can't stand fatties.
What do you mean, fatty? There's nothing I can do about it. I'm pregnant. It's perfectly normal to gain a little weight.
Like I said, you never gained that much weight the first time. Stretched out muscles. Travis is leftovers. Are you kidding me? Those are just lame excuses to hide the fact that you're lazy.
I'm telling you, they're not just excuses. It's a well-known fact that women who have given birth before will experience greater changes to their bodies the second time around.
I don't know about any of that scientific mumbo-jumbo, but what I do know is that you shouldn't be making excuses. Why don't you put in a little more effort and try something, anything?
Yeah, well, easier said than done. I've heard that extreme dieting is really bad, and it can have negative effects on a baby. What if something happened to our baby because I started dieting?
That's just another excuse. Are you telling me there's nothing you can do? I'm not asking you to do anything extreme. I'm saying you should figure out where you can cut some calories and start from there. If you don't get your body back to the way it was before, I'm gonna be too embarrassed to walk down the street with you.
You don't have to be so mean about it. Gaining weight is a natural part of being pregnant and giving birth. Why can't you understand that?
I know that women get big when they're pregnant. The real problem here is your attitude.
My attitude?
Who cares if I gain weight?
That's what you think, isn't it? What I can't stand is that attitude of yours.
It's not like I'm bothering anyone if I gain a little weight, though. Sure, my looks may change, but there's nothing I can do about it. It's natural.
I married you because I liked the way you looked when you were skinny. But if you go and get fat now that we're married, well, that's basically fraud. I would never have married you if I'd been as big as you are now.
Calling it fraud is a little harsh, don't you think? You don't have to be so mean about it.
As far as I'm concerned, it's no different from fraud. It is your job to keep your body in good shape, understand?
Okay. If you put it that way, I'll do what I can to lose weight. But I can't do anything that will harm the baby, okay? Can we at least agree on that point?
Obviously, that goes without saying. Okay then, starting now, you're on a diet. You better work hard to get your body back in the way it was. Hey Amy, how's the diet going today? You didn't eat anything other than what I told you to, right?
Yeah, about that. I think I should stop.
Huh? Stop what? Don't tell me you want to stop dieting.
Yeah, I do. To be honest, lately I've been cutting way too many calories and I feel sick all the time.
There's that attitude again. That's why you can't lose any weight. I go out of my way to plan meals and an exercise routine for you, and you have the nerve to tell me you think it's too much and you want to quit.
Your idea of a meal plan is 1 meal a day, and I can't eat anything but salad. As for an exercise routine, you've got me running marathons day in and day out. It's way too much. I'm going to pass out before I lose all the weight you want me to.
What'd you expect? I can't go easy on you because you're not losing any weight. If anything, you've gained weight. Haven't you noticed that your belly is sticking out even more than before?
My due date is just around the corner. Of course my belly is going to be bigger than it was before.
No. The real reason is that you've been slacking off. Calling you fatty is putting it lightly. These days, you look more like a sumo wrestler. I can't even look at you, you're disgusting. Can you please take this more seriously? It's your fault that the diet isn't working.
How many times do I have to tell you? It's not dieting that I have a problem with. It's the fact that I'm eating for 2 now. And if I continue this insane diet, it's going to harm our baby. What are you going to do if something bad happens because of your obsession with my weight?
You got proof that the baby is in danger? Or are you just making this up as you go along?
Why are you accusing me of lying?
Because that's exactly what you're doing. There's no proof that little dieting is gonna hurt the baby. Besides, with the extra weight you're packing, our baby has plenty to eat. Truth is, you just don't want to diet, do you? Using the baby as an excuse is pathetic.
I didn't want to freak you out, so I didn't bring it up earlier. But you know how I went for my regular checkup today? Well, the doctor told me to stop this crazy diet. Are you saying you want me to ignore what the doctor said and keep dieting?
Are you kidding me right now? It's so obvious that you're making that up. How can you not be ashamed of yourself after telling such a straight lie?
It's not a lie, for God's sake. What makes you think that?
I asked if you had any proof, and then you come up with this random story about the doctor. The fact that you had such a quick comeback makes it obvious that you made it up on the spot.
That's what the doctor really said. Why don't you believe me?
Why would anyone believe someone like you? You can't even do a simple thing like stick to a diet. You're a quitter. Nothing you says has any credibility.
Why don't you come with me to my next checkup then? If you don't believe me, maybe the doctor can convince you.
Yeah, well, I'm busy, so that's not happening. Besides, if you've got all this free time to come up with long-winded excuses, maybe you should buckle down and do the diet right for once. If you want me to believe you, you've got to lose weight first.
If I keep following your diet and something happens to our baby, what are you going to do then? Are you telling me you don't care about the consequences?
Nothing is gonna happen. I've said it 1 billion times already. As a mother, you should have a little more faith in your own kid.
Are you really that stupid? I can't understand how you can be totally fine with putting your child in danger, all because you want me to lose weight.
What I can't understand is how you can be totally fine with getting so fat. It's like I lost a bet and was forced to marry a sumo wrestler. Think about what I'm going through here.
I can't believe you would say something like that to your pregnant wife. It's beyond insensitive. It's downright rude.
Yeah, well, my insensitivity is not nearly as bad as your belly spilling out over your pants. I'm gonna be straight with you. If you get any fatter than this, I want a divorce. I mean it. There is no way I'm gonna be stuck with a fatty for the rest of my life.
Oh, is that so? Well, why don't you go ahead and divorce me then? This whole thing is exhausting. If that's what you want, I'd be happy to oblige.
Do you hear yourself right now? Exhausting? How can you be exhausted when all you've been doing is slacking off? I'm not joking around here. You better start taking this diet seriously. It's my day off tomorrow, so I'm gonna make sure that you're doing it right.
Do whatever you like. I don't care anymore.
That's just screwed up. You think I'm gonna go easy on you if you act like you don't care? Tomorrow, I'm gonna make sure you make up for all the exercise you haven't been doing lately. You better be ready. Hey Amy, did you finish running that marathon today? I'll seriously divorce you if you don't lose weight. So you better finish that run.
It pains me to think that you're my son.
What the heck are you talking about? Stop talking crazy and finish your run. When you get back, you've got weight training to do too. So hurry up already.
You're the one who's talking crazy. I've had it with you. Get a divorce and I'll take care of my daughter-in-law and grandson. A man who cannot understand what his pregnant wife is going through has no right being a husband.
Seriously, can you stop it already? What do you mean daughter-in-law and grandson? You're talking about you and Travis, right?
I'm not Amy, you idiot. I can't handle this anymore. As your mother, there is nothing more shameful and embarrassing than what you're putting me through right now.
What do you mean as your mother? Hey, wait a second, Mom, is that you? What the heck is going on here?
I'll tell you what's going on here. Amy came to me for help.
She came to you for help? For what? Is Travis there with you too? Amy brought him along, right?
Of course she brought him along. Anyway, what were you thinking when you made her take Travis on a run? Don't you realize how ridiculous that is?
That's not what I heard. She told me that Travis was going over to his friend's house to play, but that's besides the point. Answer my question. What do you mean Amy came to you for help?
Do I really need to spell it for you? Her baby was put in serious danger, no thanks to her idiot of a husband. It's no wonder she came to me for help.
All I asked her to do was go on a diet. What's so dangerous about that?
When you told her to go on a diet, were you hoping to put in harm's way like this? Your wife could go into labor at any moment and you made her run a marathon? If that wasn't bad enough, you didn't even let her eat proper meals. What in the world were you thinking?
Come on, you saw what she looks like. Are you telling me that you don't get what I'm trying to do here? Ever since Amy got pregnant, she has ballooned in size. I mean, she's huge. That's why I tried to make her lose weight.
How stupid can you be? Amy is not fat, she's pregnant. That's why her belly has gotten so big. Forcing her to go on a diet when she's pregnant like this, it's absolutely absurd. You really are a first-class idiot.
Mom, you have no idea what you're talking about. When she was pregnant with Travis, her belly never stuck out like that. That's why I told her to lose some weight.
That's because this is her second pregnancy. Everyone knows that women gain more weight than the second time. Why are you so concerned about how her body looks anyway?
Who wouldn't be concerned about their wife's looks? I like the way she looked when she was skinny. It's as simple as that. Looks are important, you know.
More important than your baby's life. Your physical preferences are nothing in comparison. You're a father, for heaven's sake. How can you not understand that?
Oh, Amy is making a huge fuss over nothing. There is no way a little diet is going to harm the baby. Now you believe it too? Just listen to yourself, Mom. It's crazy.
A pregnant woman is responsible not only for her own well-being, but for the well-being of her baby as well. That means that she needs to get enough nutrition to feed 2 people. Despite this fact, you make her go on diet? Of course it's going to harm the baby. Anyone with half a brain could figure that out. Why is it so difficult for you to get it through your thick skull?
Yeah, well, we haven't had any problems with the diet so far.
That's just because you got lucky. What you call a little diet is posing a serious threat to your baby's life. Babies are incredibly fragile, especially at this stage in her development.
Even I know that much.
No, you don't. You know absolutely nothing about babies, and that's why you made her diet like this. You said you haven't had any problems with the diet so far, but what about after Amy gives birth? There's a chance that the doctors will find something wrong with the baby, but you keep insisting that she go on a diet, regardless of the risks.
Wait a second. You and Amy are blowing this way out of proportion. I think you guys need to tone it down a bit.
I've had enough. I can't have a conversation with someone as stupid as you. Don't contact us ever again.
What? You have no business telling me that I can't contact them. I'm Amy's husband, and the father of my children. It's my right to talk to them.
Who cares about your rights as a father? Having parental rights doesn't mean that you can raise a child properly. What children need are nourishing meals and a healthy environment to grow up in. Even if you and Amy stay together, you can't provide your children with what they need. This is not up for discussion. I'm telling you to get a divorce.
Jake, it's me, Amy. It's been a while. Do you have a minute to talk?
Amy, thank God. You haven't been back since that day, and I haven't heard from you. I was worried. Why didn't you come home?
I assume you've heard from your mother that I want a divorce.
What? Divorce is a two-way street. You can't just decide to get a divorce on your own. I can't believe you're bringing up divorce when we have a child on the way. How can you make me worry like this?
The children and I will be perfectly fine without you worrying about us. Honestly, were you actually worried about us at all? I highly doubt it, considering what you made me do.
Can we just forget about the diet for a second? What's more important is that you come home quick. Your due date is coming up, isn't it? How much longer are you planning on acting like a runaway?
That was my reason for contacting you today.
And what's that exactly? Oh, wait a second, why are you talking all weird? You sound like a telemarketer talking to some random person on the phone. We're married, aren't we? Stop acting so cold.
Getting a divorce means we cut all ties. You're like a stranger to me, and I was raised to be polite to strangers.
Oh, what a pain in the ass. You're just as screwed up as ever. It's fine, let's just forget about it. So, what is it that you want to tell me?
It's about the baby. I wanted to inform you that the baby was born the other day without any complications. You are the father, so it's only polite to let you know.
What? Are you kidding me? You already had the baby! But there was still plenty of time before your due date, wasn't there? I can't believe you had the baby so soon! This must be a joke.
It's all because of your diet. The baby and I had reached our limit. We couldn't take it anymore. I didn't have a choice. The baby had to be born early, so the doctor ordered a C-section.
No, hold up a sec. Really? You already had the baby and you didn't tell me? I can't believe it.
It's true. I'm telling you now, aren't I? That's why I contacted you today.
Yeah, now you're letting me know. That's the problem. Why am I only finding out about this after the fact? I'm the father, for God's sake.
The baby was in critical condition because of you. You're the one who put the baby's life in danger. I had no obligation to let someone like you know that I was about to give birth. I'm glad I told you after the fact. You have nothing to complain about. If anything, you should be grateful that I even contacted you at all.
Are you crazy? How is it my fault that the baby's life was in danger? You're only saying that because you have a grudge against me, isn't that right? To think that's why you wouldn't tell your own husband that you were gonna give birth. You're a failure as a mother and a wife.
Call me whatever you want. I'd rather be a failure as a wife than continue being married to someone who can't admit that he was wrong. And by the way, when are you going to stop acting like my husband? It's creeping me out.
Quit messing around! I haven't agreed to getting a divorce. Stop acting like you made the decision and we're already split up. Getting a divorce requires mutual consent from both of us.
No, it doesn't actually.
Huh?
Everything you've done, everything you've said lately has been intolerable. You have caused me a great deal of mental pain and distress. And on top of that, there is what happened with the baby. There is no way I could continue being in a relationship with you as husband and wife. If this divorce goes to court, I'm guaranteed to win.
Are you gonna take me to court? Are you joking? It's just a simple divorce. Why did you have to turn into such a big deal?
Well, if you don't agree to this simple divorce, then we're going to court. Besides, there's also the consolation money and child support that you'll have to pay. Come to think of it, it's actually better for me if you disagree and the divorce goes to court. So that's how it is. What is your decision going to be?
How can you expect me to come up with an answer when you've dumped this on me out of the blue? You made a completely one-sided decision, and now you're forcing me to agree with it. That's just wrong. We should sit down and discuss this together.
The woman I married wasn't a fatty. That's what you said, wasn't it? You're the one who made a one-sided decision and forced me to go on a diet without listening to anything I had to say about it. Now you're on the receiving end of a one-sided decision and you don't like it. Do you expect me to feel sorry for you?
But I don't want to get a divorce. If we get divorced, what am I gonna do?
You have nothing to worry about. It's just a simple divorce. All you're going to lose is your family and some money. It's not like I'm asking you to put your life in any danger. Compared with forcing your pregnant wife to go on an extreme diet when she is practically ready to give birth, getting a divorce is the safest thing in the world. After that, Jake reluctantly agreed to the divorce and ended up paying the consolation money as well as child support. Since the divorce, the children and I have been living with my mother-in-law until we can get back on our feet. She was totally understanding when she took us in, saying that this whole mess was her son's fault. Now I can finally live my life in peace. As for Jake, not only did he lose me and the kids in the divorce, but his mother also cut ties with him completely. I don't know if he was suffering from stress or what, but he started binging on food and alcohol and gained a ton of weight. I heard that he's single, and even bigger than I was during my pregnancy. I don't want to be rude, but apparently his body has become ridiculously huge. I mean sumo wrestler huge. If I ever saw him again, I'd recommend that he give his own diet a try. The same diet he forced me to go on when I was pregnant. I'd love to see just how much weight he could lose.
Hey, Terry, are you there? I was just wondering where you were since you said you were going to be coming home early today.
Yeah, I was just thinking of heading back there right about now. You already home?
Yeah, I am actually. I heard from Julie that she was home all alone, so I hurried back here to be with her.
Ah, shoot, I'm sorry about that. I just had to stay late because we have some overtime work we need to do here.
I understand that, but if you think you're going to be working late, could you please let me know beforehand? I thought you were going to be coming home early, so I picked up a shift at work. But then I had to cancel at the last minute because our elementary school-aged daughter was home alone.
Oh, come on, that's a bit much. It's not like she's in kindergarten or anything. She's already 10 years old. I'm sure she can just kill time by herself online or something, right?
Of course it's not fine, Terry. You can't just leave a child like that all by themselves. Who knows what might happen while we're not at home with her? And since we're both working, we have to make sure that at least one of us can be there to look after her. I thought we agreed to do our best to not leave our daughter at home alone.
I think that you're blowing this way out of proportion right now, Mary. Our daughter is a smart girl and is more than capable of taking care of herself.
That might be the case, but she is also a child. You know, I feel like you've been trying to find any excuse to avoid being around your family, Terry.
Oh boy, here we go again with this stuff. I work really hard for this family, and this is the thanks I get?
You think that I want to be having this talk with you right now, Terry? Why is it that even though we both have jobs, I have to do everything around the house? Meanwhile, you just go out every day you have off. Don't you think it would be nice to do something as a family once in a while? When was the last time that we did something like that?
Wait, no, I got this. Crap, when was it?
It was last Thanksgiving when we went to visit your parents. That was almost a whole year ago now.
Wow, has it really been that long since we've all gone out?
Yes, it has. I just want you to make a little more time for your family, Terry. I don't mind if you want me to take care of the housework, but at least spend more time with your daughter. We need to make the most of the time we have with her before she grows up.
Okay, geez, I get it. I'll think of something we can do the next time I have some time off from work, okay?
Do you really mean it? You should be having that long holiday off next month, right? Maybe we could all go on a trip together somewhere?
A trip? Like to where?
Oh, I don't know. But lately, Julie's been talking about how she wants to go and stay in a hotel. Maybe we could book tickets for an amusement park and stay in a hotel a couple of nights?
Yeah, sure, whatever. Sounds good.
You mean you're okay with those plans?
Of course I am. Why wouldn't I be?
Oh, well, I just thought you would try to say that you're too busy to do that or something. I thought you would fight me more on this.
Is that really how you think of me? It's a trip with my family for what, a night or two?
I think that would be perfect. So then I can tell Julie that this is going to be happening? You're not going to go back on your word on this, are you?
Of course not. I've already written it down on my calendar.
Okay then, I'll let her know. Oh, I am so sure she's going to be overjoyed to hear this. She's been talking about wanting to go somewhere for a long time now.
Well, I bet she probably thinks it's all my fault we haven't gone on a trip like this yet.
I don't think that's true. I always try to explain to her how busy you are with work.
I'm sorry you had to do that for me. And I know that I've been working a lot. I guess I'm just really stressed out is all.
I know that you've been coming home quite late and that you never seem to be in a good mood. I'm just worried that something is going to come up with work that's going to keep you from going.
No, it'll be fine. I've already asked for the time off.
Well, thank you so much for listening to me. I know that Julie is going to love this.
No problem. Just one question. Do you mind if I come home a bit later tonight?
Oh, but I thought you said that you were just about to start heading home.
Yeah, but someone else just left and I really need to get this work done if I'm going to take all those days off next month.
Oh, sure. Right, that makes sense. So then I take it that you won't need any dinner?
Yeah, we just had some dinner delivered here, actually. Sorry about this, Mary. Told Julie Dad sorry he had to work late again, too, okay? Hey, Mary. I'm so sorry about this.
Oh, hi there, Terry. What are you sorry about?
Well, some work did actually come up on those days that I said I would have off. So I don't think I'm going to be able to go on this trip with you all.
Oh, you're kidding me. Please tell me that's not true.
I'm afraid that it is, Mary.
But you said that you already asked for the time off. This doesn't make any sense. And Julia's already so excited to go. Aren't we going to have to pay cancellation fees for all the things we booked too?
No, you two should just go on the trip without me.
Just Julie and I. But I thought that we were all going to go.
I know, and I did want to go, but work came up and now I don't have any other choice. Just tell Julie that I'm really sorry about this, okay?
Oh, I knew it. I knew this would happen. You should have never promised me that this was a done deal.
I don't know what you think I'm able to do about any of this. I'm not doing any of this on purpose. I already told you that I didn't have any other choice.
Well, I don't care. I'm still upset. I mean, how many times have we gone through this exact same moment?
Look, I feel worse than anyone about this. But I promise that once she's out of the school for the summer that we'll be able to go somewhere.
And where would that be? Just to your parents' house again?
I thought you said you wanted to spend more time together with family.
You know that's not what I mean, Terry. Fine, I understand. I'll just take Julie and we'll go on a trip by ourselves.
Are you sure that you're going to be okay doing all the driving by yourself?
Of course I will. The amusement park is just a 3.5-hour drive away. We'll stop somewhere for lunch and everything will be okay.
Well, okay if you say so.
Well, I don't really see what other choice you're leaving me with since you're not going to be able to come.
I guess you're right. Look, I want to make up for this. Let me cook dinner until you guys leave for your trip.
Where is this coming from all of a sudden?
Please, Mary, I feel just awful about all of this. It's the least I can do.
But you're always coming home so late. Are you even gonna have time to do that?
I know that I'm busy, but I promise that I'll make time.
And you're really going to make dinner every night until we leave?
It's the least my company could do after making me work on time I said I wanted to take off. But I couldn't just insist on taking the time off. My standing in the company would fall if I did that.
Well, I just really hope that you know what you're getting yourself into. Because I have had just about enough of you making promises that you can't keep.
I said that I was sorry, okay? If I break this promise, I swear that I'll cut way back on my spending for the month.
All right then. I'm gonna hold you to what you've said here. You can count on that.
Don't worry, you can count on me. I'm going to make something really special tonight, so look forward to it.
Hey, Mom, are you gonna be coming home soon?
Hi there, honey. Yes, I'm on my way home now. Is everything all right at home, sweetie?
Mom, you have to stop right now. Don't come home, okay? You need to leave Dad and run away from the house.
Julie, what is this about? What's going on?
We can't see you ever again, Mummy.
Julie, what in the world are you talking about, honey? You can't just tell me to leave your dad. Are you still upset because he can't go on the trip with us?
No, it isn't about that at all.
Well, talk to me, Julie. What's the matter?
Well, I was waiting for Dad to come home and I was playing around the kitchen and I accidentally knocked over the garbage can in there.
Well, that's okay, hun. Did you clean it up at least?
Well, the trash was spread on the floor and I found what looked like an empty thing that you popped the pills out of.
You found an empty sheet of medicine? But no one in our house is taking anything as far as I know. I mean, besides vitamins and things like that.
But it wasn't vitamins or anything like that. It looked like the kind of thing you get when you go to the doctor. And I used my phone to look up the name of the medicine because it was written on the back. I was worried because I thought one of you might be sick, but it turns out they were sleeping pills.
But I'm certainly not taking anything like that. Maybe they belong to your father? Although I don't remember him saying anything about going to see the doctor.
No, Mom, I think they're yours.
I don't get what you mean by that, Julie.
Well, you're always going to sleep away earlier than everyone else, right?
I guess I do. And your dad cleans up after dinner while I'm falling asleep.
But I don't think you've been sleeping a lot recently.
I guess so. I thought that I might have just been really tired or something.
But you're always saying how badly your head hurts when you wake up, right? I've heard you say that every day for a while now. I think it's been getting even worse for you ever since Dad started making us dinner. Before, you would always stay up at least a bit late watching TV or doing laundry or something. But lately, all you've been doing is sleeping.
Wait a second. Do you mean to say that you think your dad is giving me this medicine?
I don't know, Mummy. It feels like that might be what's happening. Something isn't right, but this feels like one of the stories from the cop shows that you used to watch before going to bed. Do you not think that anything weird is happening?
Julie, is Daddy home with you right now?
Yeah, he came home a little bit ago and is cooking dinner right now.
Okay then, don't say anything. But I'm not going to eat much of my dinner tonight.
You mean you're still going to come home tonight?
Of course I am, sweetie. If what you're saying is really true, then I can't leave you alone in the house with your dad. And I need to know why it is that your father would be giving me sleeping pills.
Is everything gonna be okay, Mom?
I think that everything is going to be just fine. I'm so sorry that you're having to deal with all of this, Julie. I know that it's a bit scary, but you have to be brave for me.
Okay, Mom. And just so you know, Dad seems really normal right now, like nothing is going on at all.
I see. Well, in that case, you can pretend like you don't know what else is going on either, okay? We still don't quite know if Dad is actually doing what we think he might be.
Okay, Mom. I'll keep pretending then. And one more thing. Dad just said that he was going to make us some snacks to eat while we were on the road for our trip.
You said he was going to make us snacks himself?
Yeah, that's right. Since we'll be having to get up so early to go.
I see. Well, just pretend like everything is okay and that you're excited.
But what happens if Daddy puts some medicine in there?
Don't worry, baby. We just won't be eating anything he makes. I'll be home soon, Julie.
Hey there, Mary. How's the drive going? I take it you're about halfway there already or something, yeah?
Yeah, we're just about halfway now. Why do you ask?
Well, I'm just curious if you stopped to eat breakfast at all yet.
No, we haven't, except for what we ate at home.
Well, is the weather pretty good where you are? You might want to think about eating soon before it turns bad. I packed some of your favorites in there. And I even put some stuff in there for Julie, too.
Oh, yes, we were looking through some of what you packed. It's a good thing we tossed it all away, though.
Wait, what do you mean?
Well, I have no idea how much sleeping medicine you put in them, so we weren't about to just eat it all.
Medicine? What on earth are you talking about?
I'm talking about the sleeping pills, of course. The ones that you've been feeding me at dinner. That's why I've been going to bed so early. I thought I was just really fatigued, but it was you this whole time.
I have no idea what you're talking about at all. You think that I'm drugging you?
You remember a few days ago when I took Julie and I to visit my parents, right?
Yeah, of course, you guys spent the night there. What of it?
Well, I wasn't able to sleep that whole night, and I think it's because I was suffering from withdrawal.
I still have no idea what you're trying to get at here. Why in the world would I put sleeping pills in your food, Mary?
Probably to try and test out just how much it would take me to fall asleep quickly, I'd imagine. All so that you could put that amount into the food you made us today.
Don't be ridiculous. Why would I do something like that in the first place?
All right, then, if that's really the truth, I guess you wouldn't mind if I ran some of the food through a lab? Then we can know for sure.
You aren't even making any sense anymore. I did not put anything in your food at all. This is crazy.
Well, I'm glad that you think this is a laughing matter. But what was supposed to happen if I ate that and then got back in the car? I could have gotten in an accident with Julie, and then where would we be?
Okay, Mary, I think we just need to calm down here for a moment. Besides, you already said that you threw away the food, so there's nothing to be done about it now.
Oh, that was just a lie. I have it all here and I will be checking it.
Oh, give me a break. Why would I do what you're accusing me of? I have been doing my best to make up for the fact that I wasn't able to go on this trip with you by making you 2 dinner every single night. And now you're accusing me of drugging you? You were taking this whole thing way too far.
I just don't understand why you would try and do this to Julie and I. Why would you try and kill us? Are you cheating on me?
Why would you ask something like that?
The whole reason that I went to visit my parents the other day was so that I could watch what you were doing. I followed you, and you brought me straight to this other woman's house. Is that why you wanted us out of your life? So that you could carry on being with this person?
No, you don't understand. You've got this whole thing all wrong, Mary.
Well then, explain it to me, Terrence. Because you could have gotten us both killed with this little stunt. Or is that what this is about? Is there some life insurance policy I don't know about? Is that what's going on here?
Mary, please, let's just talk about this in person, okay?
You think that I'm going to meet with the man who tried to kill me after I just narrowly escaped him?
But I didn't even do anything. Just tell me where you are right now and I'll drive out to meet you.
I'm about to walk into the police station, actually.
Why are you talking to the police? Please, just wait 1 second. What happened to your trip?
Are you stupid? You think we would be able to go and enjoy a trip like this? I'm giving them the food you made us as evidence, and they're going to run it through their lab. I wonder if they'll find the brand of sleeping pills you've been giving me.
Okay, I get it. I'm really sorry, okay?
So, then you admit to drugging me.
I just had a momentary lapse of judgment is all. Please, you have to forgive me. I was an idiot. Just please don't talk to police about me.
You know, it's not the drugging or even the sleeping around that I'm most upset about. It's the fact that you tried to bring our daughter into this. She could have been injured or worse.
Mary, please, I'm so sorry. It's just that you were so strict with me every day and I felt like I didn't have an out.
An out? We're family. There's not supposed to be an out. Don't you dare try to put this on me. Besides, what were you even doing with us? You hardly spent any time in the house, you never played with Julie, and you were constantly breaking promises that you made to us.
Please, I was stupid. I'm so sorry for everything.
I'm afraid that the time for apologies is way past us. You are a criminal, and you will be arrested.
Please, don't do this. I can't go to jail. You have to help me, Mary. You have to help me, Mary.
No, you wanted us out of our lives, and we're going to do just that. After telling the police about what I thought Terrence might be doing, they inspected the food I handed them, and, as expected, they found large traces of sleeping medication. Combined with the rest of what Julie and I told them, it was enough for them to go and arrest Terrence. Considering that he gave us the food with the intention that we would eat it before getting in the car, they charged him with attempted murder, and he was thrown in jail. After that, he lost everything. His job, his family, even the woman he was seeing behind my back. As for me, I took Julie, sold our house, and moved in with my parents for the time being. This was a huge shock for everyone, but I'm glad to have people around me who understand the meaning of family and only want what's best for my daughter and I. Thank you for watching. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to see more content like this.
Thank you for watching. Don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel.